Well, hey folks, how y'all doing? Welcome back. An old man in the land of grills, which we are, and we love doing new grill reviews in the land of grills. And what do we got here today? We got a Weber. We got a Weber Traveler. This is a portable gas grill. This thing is, folks, I just got done doing this video, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of cool factor going on with this grill, and there's a lot of things that nobody else has. So keep on watching, and I'll bring you all the details. You're gonna love it. You know, without even opening up the box, you can see they show instructions on how the pickup and make it portable and make it usable. Got a quick little description of it. I mean, I like the Weber boxes. They really do a nice job on that. This thing's got, let's see, on the side here it tells us it's got 320 square inches of cooking space. So now let's get it out of the box. All right, there it is as it comes in the box. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of assembly required. It looks like we just got to put the, I haven't found the wheels yet, but there's the axle, there's the wheel caps. I don't know what those are, but there's the keepers for the wheels. And then, yeah, does that look like something you've seen before, maybe on a Weber Q? Looks very similar. All right, folks, yeah, I forgot to show you what I paid for this thing. This thing I paid, you go to Weber's website, they're saying this thing's $500, but I got it for, here on Amazon for $325. So that's still, you know, for a little portable pellet grill, come on. Portable gas grill, that's up there, but she's got some nice features, I think. So let's do the only assembly, which I think is the wheels, and then we'll start looking more in depth at it. And don't forget, we're gonna be, oh yeah, we're gonna do some half pounders on there, cheese infused. Oh man, I'm getting hungry already. All right, so end caps go in that channel, and that's actually where your axle goes. You can see I got that one through there. And then just to make it easier on yourself, before you put that other end cap in, just put the axle through it, that way you can find it, and then it just snaps into place just like that, and then your wheels go on. All right, the wheels are 8-inch, and they are a hard plastic, and they're not hollow, so heavy duty. That's what I would expect for $325. All right, I think that's it for assembly. You got the white wheel hubs down there. You can't see it, but it shows the Weber thing really cool. So we'll get her standing up. So this is a very unique opportunity to take a look at this grill. You can see it stands up all by itself. It's got that down there. And then you can kind of look at the underneath and everything that's going on here. You've got a handle here that I believe you can pull to stand things up. But there's all your gas. That's where your gas would attach to. Now remember, you can run the propane tanks on there, or you can have an adapter on there to put a 20-pounder on there. And then those rails right there, that's where your grease tray goes. And that's about it. But we've got that same porcelain enamel, the Weber, you know, Weber was the first one to come out with this porcelain enamel all the way around, not only on the top, but all the way around on the bottom too. So that's high quality stuff right there. All right, so before we stand it up, people are gonna ask questions about dimensions and weight. This thing is 49 pounds. I know I should say 50, but if I said 50, someone's gonna correct me. It's actually 49. So wheel to wheel is your widest point, and that is 23 inches. And then your length, the handles here, we go handles here to the back stand, is 45 inches. So 23 by 45, and it's 49 pounds. All right, now let's stand it up because this is pretty cool. All right, let's stand it up now. The engineers at Weber did some overtime on this one, and this is the cool factor, and this is why I bought this. So you've got this red thing right here, and you take that and you pull it out and put it like that. Simple. Remember that red handle I showed you? Put your foot, see my foot right there? Put your foot down on here, and then you pull on that red handle, and you lift it up until it locks. And that's it. And it's got a gas strut right there that helps. Now let's put it down. So same routine, just in reverse. We're just gonna pull the handle, put our foot, pull the handle, and I'm just gonna let it go. And you can watch. And it even goes into the peg there. Now that's pretty cool. And you're ready to transport it. Isn't that nice? I mean, come on. That's the cool factor right there. That's what I like about this grill. People are going to criticize it, but nobody else does that. Weber did. All right, so on the inside, we've got just one burner. And remember, I told you that there's a lot of stuff in here that's similar to the Weber Q. So the grease tray, that burner, and those porcelain coated cast iron grates are a lot similar. In fact, the same grease tray that you put in the Q1200 fits in this thing. And look at that. So, you know, if it works, why fix it, right? So it's just bigger. All right, we should talk about, and I really don't want to compare this between the Weber Q. There are a lot of similarities, but obviously the stand is universal for all the Weber Qs. It's pretty flimsy, but it still works. This thing is a lot more stout, and you know what? Even the grates, you can see there's hooks for the grates, and then this comes down, and then when you close this, you can see there's this latch there, and when you collapse this thing, this comes up and it locks the lid in place. Now that is once again cool factor. There's a lot of cool factors going on with the Weber Traveler. All right, as we walk around this grill, you see we've got some tool hooks here. There's 3 of them. We've got our igniter, that's a non-battery type, and then our control knob right there. You can see we just, for temps, shut it off. We've got our Weber gauge right up there. I mean, it's mostly metal. We've got some plastic on the outsides here, but it's, like I said, the stand is pretty stout. You know, I've heard a couple people criticizing that. I really don't know what they're criticizing. That's, I mean, if you're tailgating, this would be the perfect tailgater. If you're going camping for the weekend and want something to just do brats and burgers on, I mean, that'd be perfect. And you know, I tell you what, it's pretty big. Let's you know, we talked about how many square inches it is, but everybody always wants to see, you know, what's the real size, Tom? Give us dimensions. So dimensions, the width is looks like about 13.5 inches, and then the length at its widest point is 25. So almost 2 feet across by 14 across, or 13.5. Yeah, 14 across, 13.5 across. There's a lot of room there. I know on the box it says you can do 6 burgers in here, but holy smokes, you can do a lot more than 6 burgers in here. So the only things left to do is to fire it up and maybe do some cooking on it. All right, everybody, including myself, wants to see that lock work with the grates in there, and I'm going to leave the drip pan in there too, because everybody says, can you leave it? Can you leave it? So once again, it's just you put your foot on it, on the bottom, you pull the red lever, and I'm just going to let it go by itself. Watch that lever. Watch that. Now come on, that's pretty cool. Now, grease tray is still in there. Obviously, you got to clean it out after use, but this thing is ready to go. I mean, that is easy peasy. All right, here's another cool factor. We got the gas canister on, and when it's on, they have a safety device on here that does not let that red lever pull if you've got the gas hooked up. Obviously, you never want to put it down and transport it with the gas hooked up. So they got a cool safety feature here that you can't even collapse this with a gas canister. I mean, that's good thinking there, Weber. I love it. All right, folks, one last thing we're doing to burn in here. You're wondering how hot it gets. Yeah, it's 600 degrees, so we're going to let this go for a little bit more. Folks, I was going to cook on it for you tonight, but this is going a little long. The Weber Traveler, I tell you what, this is a nicely built portable gas grill, folks. And this thing has got a lot of bells and whistles, and it is cool factor is definitely there with this grill. I definitely would recommend it. This may be replacing that. I've had a lot of people tell me that this looks like a Coleman type portable grill. Folks, we may be doing a challenge in the future to see if the Coleman is as good as the Weber Traveler. And remember, the price point is significantly different between the two. So, Tom Horsman at YouTube, thumbs up, leave a comment. And as always, folks, I'll tell you what, I can't say it enough. Thanks for watching.